I've since settled with the belief that it was likely my mind playing tricks on me. But this event was so scary at the time. I thought you might like it. I was around maybe 10 at the time, at home, and a friend from school, her younger brother, and their parents were over visiting. Us 3 kids decided to play hide and seek in the house since we were bored. We played a few rounds, and it came to be my turn to be it. Since we were playing in the house, and there weren't many places to hide, we decided to make it harder and turn off all the lights in the hallway and rooms and close all the blinds. It's late afternoon. During this time of year, it gets dark really early, so it was super dark in the rooms. I go about looking for them, and I decide to try the closet in my room. My closet is like in the wall with 2 swinging doors to access. My clothes are hanging in there and some junk on the floor of the closet. It would have been hard for someone to hide in there, but maybe not impossible. Anyway, I decide to check the closet. I reach my hand in and feel around. I end up touching what felt like somebody's open palm, like the back of their hand was against the back of the closet. I touch the hand and immediately feel it flinch and pull away. As it pulls away, I feel their fingers as well. Now I'd felt like I caught the first person and announce, "Okay, I felt you, get out." But then no one steps out. I say it again in the dark. "Come on, I felt you. You lose, come out." Again, silence. Then I hear my friend and her brother come into the room and ask what's wrong. Now I'm confused. I turn on the light and look through the closet, but there's no one there, just my clothes and stuff. I explain what I felt, and all 3 of us end up feeling really freaked out. We stop playing after that and go to our parents to explain what happened. Our parents go to check it out, but there's nothing there. I don't know what it was I touched, but I swear I remember it like it was yesterday. I felt a palm and fingers, and felt it pull away. Skin feels recognisable, and for it to flinch and pull away felt even more obvious. I never had another paranormal event after that. I figured it was nothing, but that was the first time I felt genuine terror from anything paranormal or ghosts. I'm a 25-year-old female, and this occurred 2 weeks ago. I live in a kind of big house with my dad, who lives at the opposite end. Our house is at the end of a driveway, and 3 other homes all share this driveway. The important context here is that my neighbour in front of my house is a drug dealer. I've lived here my entire life, and he's been dealing drugs down there the whole time I've been here. 2 weeks ago, on a Thursday evening, around 8:30 p.m, I'm in my bedroom, which is located closely to the front door of my house. Suddenly, I see lights in my window and look out the curtains to see an old blue and green pickup truck slowly driving up my driveway and stopping near my window. I thought it could have been a late delivery person, but it was strange that they were in an old truck and this late at night. I had the TV on loud and I was getting dressed to go and see if there is a delivery when I hear a man's voice inside my home. I couldn't make out what he was saying. I'm in my room with the doors closed, and he's in the next room, my living room. I wasn't freaked out at first because I thought it was my dad coming to tell me someone was out here. I started yelling over the TV, "Dad, is that you? Dad!" because I couldn't hear what the person was saying and was trying to find a remote to turn down the TV. Now the TV is turned down, and I hear the words, "Delivery, can I come in?" coming from right outside my bedroom door. I'm scared now because now I know this isn't my dad and probably not a delivery person either. This person starts to turn the doorknob to my bedroom and I was running to get my pepper spray. He never opened the door. I had the pepper spray held at a man's eye level as I opened the door, ready to blast him and run to the end of my house to wake up my dad. Now, he didn't even come out because he'd been asleep, but there was no one there when I opened my bedroom door. And now, my front door was shut. I go get my dad, and he comes into the living room, and we watch out the window as the truck slowly backs up into my neighbour's driveway. He sat there for a minute with his lights on, and my dad and I just watched. It was dark, and there was no way to see his license plate. He left very slowly, after just a minute or so. But it was strange that he'd even stayed. Now, I didn't call the police because I was told by people around me it was pointless, because there's nothing they could do. But now that I'm thinking more about it, I do have a description of the vehicle, and what he did was illegal, right? My door must have been accidentally left unlocked, but I don't think that means you can just walk in. I am thinking of calling the police and just reporting it, just so there's something written on paper about this. And obviously, there was no package left. This happened about 18 months ago now. It was a remote area, though not particularly desolate, which means it does get many hikers in the summer and autumn months. But back then, it was totally deserted due to the extreme cold and heavy snowfall. As you can see here, no tracks whatsoever ahead of me. So the following pictures, this should give you an idea on how deep the snow actually was. This one here, I'm looking around myself every now and then, and after walking for about 2 or 2.5 hours, I could see someone far behind me. I'm 100% sure it wasn't someone taking a break, because there are no tracks ahead of me, and I should have noticed if I passed them by. The person seemed to keep their distance. I stopped after a while to see if they would catch up to me, and it seemed they picked up pace. I'm 100% sure it wasn't someone taking a break, because there are no tracks ahead of me, and I should have noticed if I passed them by. The person seemed to keep their distance. I stopped after a while to see if they would catch up to me, and it seemed they picked up pace for a few minutes, but then stopped. When I resumed walking, so did they. So I decided to keep hiking, as if nothing was out of the ordinary. But after about an hour, they disappeared. I didn't look behind me for like 10 or 15 minutes, and when I turned again, they were gone, and they either turned back or slowed way down. But the most confusing part is, where the hell did they come from? They weren't always behind me, and they didn't seem fast enough to have started the hike long after myself and then caught up to me. Maybe they were in the woods, and then they found the trail again. I'm really unsure what to make of this. I'm not a skittish person by nature, and I usually try to find a reasonable explanation for things. I'm 6'2" and 225 pounds, and I've been hiking and camping for the best part of a decade now. But a combination of how the person appeared like 2 hours into the hike, how he was reacting to my movement, and how he was walking near the edge of the trail under the trees was pretty unsettling. I'm interested in hearing if you guys can explain this.